Here are a few strategic items that will help you massively uplevel your wardrobe. The thing is, with my decluttering clients, I see once we've decluttered their wardrobe of the things that don't spark joy for them, there are often a few gaps that need to be filled. And they're kind of like, I feel like I need a whole new wardrobe. And I'm like, no, 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 no. What you need are a few strategic items that will help you fill in those gaps. And like just a few things can fill in a lot of gaps, especially if you're creative and thoughtful with how you add to your wardrobe. Let's go through a few of those strategic items. And if you follow me and you know my wardrobe, you're probably not going to see anything new, but I am going to talk about like the nitty-gritty of how I use different items in different ways. Starting off strong, a really nice pair of shoes. I'm showing these because these are both pretty affordable options. GH Bass, French Sole, ballet flats. Like these, look at how much I've worn these. French Sole ballet flats, Chanel ballet flats. You need good everyday shoes that are high quality because the shoes, the bag, and the coat you wear massively impact your outfit overall, coat and jacket. I'm going to insert a photo right here. I went to the gym and took a photo of myself because I thought I looked really good. But the thing was, I was wearing literally long johns as leggings, but I was wearing my mink coat and my Goyard tote and a nice pair of, I'm going to write the name of the brand of shoes I was wearing. I forget the name of Todd's shoes, which are incredible shoes. Like if you're not onto Todd's, like go check them out. Here's the gorgeous mink coat that I was wearing. And the Goyard tote, this is the PM size, while literally wearing long johns as leggings. So just remember, first you need to address the shoes, the bag, the coat, if possible. I know those are higher ticket items, but it's really worth it. And for the love of God, unless your style's like really edgy, get a classic design. This is a Balenciaga coat. I thought I was going to get rid of it. It's actually quite warm. If you're sporty, get a Barber. I also have the vest that you can zip in and zip out of the Barber right here. Here's like the zipper where you can zip it in and zip it out, like a very practical coat. A preppier style is this APC one that goes kind of mid-thigh. I love this one. I was stopped by a woman on Fifth Avenue who was like, where did you get that coat? And she looked incredible. She was like, oh, she's like, I can't with American brands. I only buy European brands. And that is a French brand. It's APC. Here's another fabulous, really warm and practical winter coat. This is great on the coldest of days here in New York City. It's from Faherty, and I love this shearling coat so much, but another really classic design and another really high quality item. And when I wear that, even if I'm a little dressed down otherwise, I'm going to still have like a presence and outfit's going to look classic and high quality. If you want your wardrobe to look classic, getting classic accessories is the fastest way to get there. Classic shoes, a classic bag. If you want to have more fun with your wardrobe, but you also want to look classic, having like a colorful but classic bag is a really fun way to do that, or a colorful ballet flat. But if you want your outfit to look classic overall, like you can have like one thing that's like funky or one thing that's like a really bright color. So like you might want your coat to be like a really, like pink or something, or like a fun green. And that's kind of like the unusual element. But if it's like in an unusual color, it has to be in a classic cut and with a classic bag. Basically, you can't have too many colors going on and you can't have too many funky things. Like if you're going to have a funky element, have it be like the one funky element. So it's like a funky coat with a classic shoe and a classic bag, or a funky bag with like a classic coat and a classic shoe. Additionally, when it comes to a classic wardrobe, the details really matter. So make sure you have like nail polish that's matching, like your toes and your nails are matching. Have a nice wallet. You don't need 5 million wallets. You can just like have one nice wallet. And I think it's really elegant when people use like their highest quality things regularly. It's not like they're like keeping their nice bag for like special occasions. No, they use it on a random Tuesday to go to the bank. For my brand, I have these silk scrunchies made ethically here in the garment district in New York City using 100% silk. A lot of the silk out there is not actually silk, it's actually plastic. It's like a synthetic. This is 100% silk, like made with silkworms. And I think a lot of people are drawn to classic wardrobes because classic wardrobes done well use very high quality pieces. And this is an example of like a small accessory that can up level a whole entire outfit. So like this scrunchie. I could have a scrunchie from CVS in my hair. Or if you see me with like this gorgeous luminous silk scrunchie, you're like, oh my, it's just like the color, because it's such high quality, the color is so vibrant and the luster of the silk is so striking that like even a hair scrunchie can up level your outfit so much and just make it that much more, like elevate it that much more. So the details matter. And then if you're wearing like red, for example, and you have like my bright red scrunchie, that is your pop of something like a little shocking, a little surprising, and that's like your big element. And then you have like kind of a toned down bag and toned down shoes. Again, details matter. My single pair of sunglasses, Celine Triomphe sunglasses. I bought these like 4 years ago and they still look great. But like adding this to an outfit makes it like gives like plus plus. Do you know what I mean? As opposed to adding like cheap sunglasses, which you might think cheap sunglasses, if you know, some cheap sunglasses could look good, but cheap sunglasses that are like meh, if you're wearing a gorgeous outfit and then you add a meh element, it's like minus, minus, minus. Another beautiful hair accessory. These are made in France hair clips from Crown Affair. I actually really don't wear these out of the house. I use them at home to like put my hair up when I'm just hanging around the house. And when I blow dry my hair, I just did, I use these to put my hair up. So I don't need to own like cheap CVS plastic hair clips. I can just own nice ones. And that doesn't only up level your wardrobe, it also up levels like your home, your whole vibe. Another fun accessory. I think it's really cool to have like a signature item, right? Like this is in my mind one of my signature items. It's this Montecito Country Mart cap. It's really faded, so I need to replace it at some point. It literally used to be this color. Look at how much it protected my face from the sun. Like my face could have taken this much sun, but because I was wearing this hat, it didn't. Anyway, you don't need like 5 million caps. And I think it's nice when you're decluttering to actually get rid of, to cull out the mediocrity in your wardrobe and to just keep your favorites, because then it means that you wear your favorites. And if you want to have multiple caps, then by all means. But I'm just saying, like, you might just want to keep your absolute favorite and then have a signature cap. And having a signature item like a signature lipstick color or a signature coat, that makes you more iconic. People with iconic style like Anna Wintour, who she's iconic because she really has committed to the bob. She's had a bob since she was 16. You can be iconic by wearing the same accessory every day, or by wearing the same accessory every day, or by wearing the same accessory every day. And then people are like, oh, she's so iconic. She always has that same exact shade of red lipstick that I don't see a lot of people with. That is Raisa's lipstick. I don't wear red lipstick, but you know what I mean. So when you like really minimize your style and figure out what your style is, that, and then commit to that, and then wear that, and then feel your best in that, the way and a Wintour does, for example, then you become iconic. With a classic wardrobe, the details matter. So even when you're going to the gym, like my Solomons, I used to have like Brooks running sneakers, and then I got these, and I just love the way these look. I don't mind wearing running sneakers anymore because these are just cool. Upleveling all like the basics in your wardrobe, like your white t-shirts. Like, I mean, you guys have heard me wax poetic about this t-shirt that I designed called the French Girl Tee. It's like very flattering, very flirty, hits in all the right places. It's so important. And like, this is not a cheap t-shirt, right? It's made really well. And for that reason, it looks really good. So it's important to uplevel those like everyday basic items. On that front, a steamer. I steamed this top before making the video because it looks so much better now that I've steamed it. You can steam t-shirts, you can steam anything. Steaming's like safe for silk even, or lace. Another item, I love my Shark. I don't know what this is called. I think Air Shot or something. It's like the dupe of the Dyson Air Straight. I tried this at my friend's house, the Shark one, and just was like, this works so well. So I got the same. Similarly, my Skin Better Science Alpha Ret. Having nice skin, like this stuff has definitely improved my skin. I really recommend it. Like having nice skin, it's like one of the ingredients, and you just want all of the ingredients to be high quality of your overall look. You don't need all of them to be like fancy, because you don't need to have like a huge like ring stack and a wrist stack and done hair and done lips and done eyes, and you don't want it to be like all just like too much. But when you all of the elements you do have, you want them to be creme de la creme, cream of the crop up there. I need to get another one of these. This is an Elias set. So it's the exact same color. It matches perfectly. It fits really well. It just looks really polished when I wear this, and then I can just throw this on and know that I'm going to look polished when I put this on. And like, you don't need a million matching sets that really suit you. You can have like 2 or 3, and then you can mix and match. Like, let's say I had like 3 of these, which I think I should aim for at some point. Let's say I had a black one. I could put the black top with this burgundy blouse, or, you know, this top with like a different colored skirt. And it just gives you a lot of options. So you don't need 10 matching sets. I mean, you could do that if you wanted, but just like, once you have high quality things that are classic, they kind of all go together, and you need a lot less than you think. Last but not least, I have to mention these Natalie Dumier sweaters. Natalie Dumier, she's actually a designer at Rouge, but she has her own fashion brand. And I went to her shop in Paris when I was there, and I want like so much of what she sells. I love her taste. It's very French. It's very like classic. It's very pulled back. And the quality of these, like, these are expensive. Expensive for a cashmere sweater, but the quality of these is next level. First off, these are among my warmest sweaters. They're cashmere and they're thick. So on winter days, if I wear this, I know I'm going to be pretty comfortable. Secondly, they look so good. They look so, so, so good, and are so, so, so soft. And like, the cut is just perfect. So investing in having like 3 nice sweaters over like 10 sweaters from H&M, huge. And of course, really being honest with yourself about what styles suit you and sticking to that is key, which is like part of why I don't wear jeans, because like, I don't really think jeans look that good on me. Like, I have one cut of jeans that looks good on me, but otherwise I'm kind of like, my body just wasn't really made for jeans, and that's okay. You need less than you think. I have 2 caps, this one and another one because a brand gave me this other one. I have 1 pair of sunglasses. I have 3 purses. You don't have to be that minimal. I'm just saying you probably need less than you think. So when you declutter your wardrobe and you get rid of a bunch of stuff, don't think that you need to go out and fill all the holes that you made with as many items as you got rid of. You might just need a few strategic items to fill in those holes. And if you want my help, I'm here. Okay, one last thought it occurred to me to share when I was putting away my clothing that I'd showed you was that I bought this skirt at Brandy Melville, right? And I got it because it reminded me of like a skirt I had that was like this one in childhood. Every piece of clothing I've gotten at Brandy Melville, I've soon after gotten rid of. And I've reflected on why that is. And it's not that I think about it. It's not, I'm like, ooh, I have to get rid of this. It's Brandy Melville. It's that the quality sucks. So for this one, like, why every time now I like tie this one, it has this weird gap. So it's like you wear it and then there's like an awkward gap situation going on there. More often than not, if you buy poor quality clothing, something's going to go wrong. It's not going to deliver the way you want it to. And I'm not saying you have to buy everything designer. It's not about designer, non-designer. It's about like the quality. It's not just the fabric. It's the way it's made. It's the design. Like every element of the thing matters. And frankly, as someone who works in fashion, like clothing's expensive to make. So if it's really cheap, unless it's secondhand and really cheap, there's something wrong with this picture, basically. That's my last thought.